Hello children, this is Resma Science Classes. Welcome all of you. If you have not subscribed my channel Resma Science Classes yet, then subscribe it as soon as possible and press the bell icon to get the notification of the new upcoming videos. This is the first video of the topic Plant Reproduction. It is taken from the Science book of class 5. Under this heading or under this topic, we will discuss about the sexual reproduction in plants, fertilization, formation of fruits and seeds, and about the germination. So, let's we start our topic. Plant reproduction. Reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce new individuals of their own kind. For any living thing to continue the survival of its kind on earth, it needs to reproduce. Plants reproduce through seeds, roots, leaves, or the stem. Dear children, reproduction, it is a process by which the living organisms can produce new young ones of their own kind or their babies. This is very important to all living things to continue the survival of its kind on earth. So, it needs to reproduce, and the plant, it reproduces through their seed, roots, leaves, or the stem. Now, let's we see sexual reproduction in plants. In sexual reproduction, two parents, male and female, are involved in producing a new individual. Male and female reproductive cells called gametes combine to form a single cell called the zygote. The zygote divides to form a multicellular structure called the embryo, and embryo develops into a new individual. In plants, embryo formed as a result of the sexual reproduction is present inside the seeds. So, in the sexual reproduction, the two parents, that means the male and female, they involve together and they produce a new individual. And male and female reproductive cells, they combine. They are also called as the gametes. They combine and they produce the gametes. Okay, these gametes combine together and they form a single cell, that is called as the zygote, and the zygote then divides and it forms a multicellular structure. It is known as the embryo. Again the embryo develops into a new individual, and in plants the embryo, it is formed as a result of the sexual reproduction and it takes place inside the seed. In the previous video, we also learned about the male reproductive parts and the female reproductive parts of a flower, and in this video we will again learn a little bit about them. So here it is given stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower. An anther in a stamen produces pollen grains. Pollens contain male reproductive cells. So, the stamen, it is the male reproductive part of a flower, and stamen contains the anthers. And the anthers, inside the anthers, the pollen grains are present, and these pollen grains, they contain the male reproductive cells. Now, the pistil. Pistil is the female reproductive part of a flower. Stigma is at the tip of a pistil. It is sticky and receives the pollen grains during the pollination process. So, the pistil, it is the female reproductive part of a flower, and stigma, it is present on the top of the pistil. The stigma, it is the sticky part and it receives the pollen grains during the pollination. You can see here, this is the picture of stamen and the pistil or the carpel. This is the stamen. Okay, you can see here, this is the anther and this is its filament, and inside the anther these are the pollen grains, okay, and these pollen grains, they contains the male reproductive cells. Like that, this is the structure of a carpel or the pistil, okay, and on the top it is the stigma part, and the stigma, it is sticky part, that's why it receives the pollen grains during the pollination process. This is the style part, and this is the ovary, this is the solen part, this is the ovary, and inside the ovary ovules are present. Let's we know about the fertilization. Pollen grains land on the stigma and produce a tube called the pollen tube. This tube carries the male gametes through the style to the ovule. Ovule contains the female gametes. The male gamete combines with the female gamete to form a new cell called the zygote. The process of combining of male and female gamete is called as the fertilization. So, during the fertilization process, what happens? The pollen grains, they land on the stigma part, and the stigma, it is sticky, so it receives the pollen grains, and that pollen grains, it produce a tube like structure that is known as the pollen tube. Due to this tube, the male gametes, they travel through the style to the ovule, and the ovule, it also contains the female gametes, and the male gamete combines with the female gametes and form a new cell that is known as the zygote, and the process by which the male gamete and the female gamete, they combine together, it is called as the fertilization. Is it clear? You can see here in this picture, okay, this is the anther part, male part of a flower, and this is the female part of a flower, okay, that is the pistil. You all know that the anther produces the pollen grains. These are the pollen grains, okay. So, during the pollination process, these pollen grains, they transfer through this anther to the stigma part, okay, and these are the pollen grains, they are transferred here on the top of the stigma. Stigma is sticky, that's why it receives the pollen grains, and after that these pollen grains, they produce the pollen tubes, a tube like structure. You can see here, this is the tube like structure, this is known as the pollen tube, okay, and through this pollen tube, the pollen grains or the male reproductive cells or the gametes, they travel through this pollen tube and reach into the ovary, okay, inside the ovary, not the ovary, inside the ovule, okay, inside the ovule, it contains the female reproductive cells, and here the male reproductive cell and the female reproductive cell, they combine together and they form a zygote, okay. And the process of combining of male and female gamete, this is known as the fertilization. Now let's see the formation of fruits and seeds. After the fertilization process, how the fruits and seeds are formed. The first point is the after fertilization, the sepals, petals and the other part except the ovary dry and fall off. The second one, once the zygote is formed, it divides rapidly to form an embryo. The third one, when the zygote begins to divide and grow, the ovary begins to develop as a fruit. The ovules start developing as a seed. The fourth one, the embryo thus formed has two leaf-like cotyledons and is surrounded by the protective seed coats. Seed coats develops from the ovule wall. Now the last one, the embryo contains the cells which are later developed into a plant. So after the fertilization, the sepals, the petals, and the other part of the plants except the ovary, they all dry and fall off. And when once the zygote is formed, it divides again and again. Okay, it continuously divides and it forms an embryo. When the zygote divides and grow the ovary, it also develops as a fruit, and the ovules, they start developing as seeds. Now the embryo thus formed has two leaf-like cotyledons. Okay, and the embryo, it is present between the two leaf-like cotyledons, and it is surrounded by the protective seed coat or the outer covering of the seed, and it develops from the ovule wall. The embryo, it contains the cells which later develop into a new plant. Okay. You can see here in this picture, it shows how the fruit and seeds are formed. This is the picture of a flower. You can see here, this is the stigma part, and here these are the pollen grains. After the fertilization, not the fertilization, after the pollination process, it forms these pollen grains, this forms the pollen tube. This is the pollen tube, and through this pollen tube, the male reproductive cells or the gamete, they transfer to the ovule. Okay, these are the ovules, they transfer to the ovule. You can see here, this is the part of the ovule. Inside the ovule, these are the female reproductive cells, and when the male reproductive cell reach here, they combine together and they form the zygote. It is the zygote. Okay, once the zygote is formed, it divides rapidly and it forms a embryo. This is the embryo part. Okay, and this embryo contains the cells which later develops into a new plant. This is the new plant. So in this process, the fruit and the seeds, they are formed. Now let us see the structure of a seed. You can see here in this picture, this is the structure of a seed. This is the outer seed covering, or it is also called as the seed coat. And when we remove the seed coat, we will find that there are two leaves are present inside. Okay, these ones, and these are known as the cotyledons. Okay, these are the two leaf-like structures, and the main function of these cotyledons is to provide the food to the growing plant. Okay, and when we separate these cotyledons, we observe that there is a little baby plant, it is inside them. This is known as the embryo, and this baby plant, it grows into a seedling. Okay. Now let's see the germination. The process by which a seed develops into a seedling or a young plant is called as the germination. The germination process, that means it is the process by which a seed, it develops into a seedling or a new baby plant. This is known as the germination. The first point is the seed needs favorable conditions like the right soil, water, sunlight and air to grow into a plant. The second one, in favorable conditions, the seed coat becomes soft and spongy. At this stage, the seedling breaks the seed coat and comes out of the seed. It obtains its food firstly from the cotyledons and then from the soil. The fourth one, the seedling develops roots and shoot. Roots grow underground and help in absorbing water and nutrients from the soil. Now the fifth one, the shoot grows above the ground. It develops leaf and branches and finally grows into a plant. So in the germination process, the seed, it needs its favorable conditions like the right soil, water, sunlight and the air. These are the necessary conditions. These are important to grow for the seed into a new plant. In the favorable conditions, the seed coat, it becomes soft and spongy, and after that the seedling breaks the seed coat and it comes out of the seed. It obtains or it gets its first food from the cotyledons, and then they get food from the soil. After that the seedling, it develops roots and the shoots, and these roots, they grow underground and it helps in absorbing the water and the nutrients from the soil. And the shoot part, it grows above the ground and it develops the leaves and the branches, and finally it grows into a new plant. So this is the process of the germination. You can see here in this picture how the seed germinates. Okay, when the seed needs its favorable condition like the right soil, sunlight and the air to grow into a new plant. When the seed gets his favorable conditions, the seed coat becomes soft and spongy. You can see here the seed coat, it becomes soft and spongy, and at this stage the seedling, it breaks the seed coat and comes out of the seed. Here this is the small seedling. Okay, this is the small seedling. It breaks the seed coat and comes out of the seed, and it obtains or it gets its first food from the cotyledon and then from the soil. The seedling develops roots. You can see here the seedling develops, and it also develops shoot. You can see here these are the roots and these are the shoots. Okay, shoot, and this is the root part. Root grows underground and help in the absorbing of water and the nutrient from the soil, and the shoot, it grows above the ground and it develops leaves and the branches. You can see here these are the branches and the small leaves, and finally it grows into a new plant. So this is the process of germination. I end this video here. In this video we learned about the sexual reproduction of plants, fertilization process, formation of fruit and the seeds, study of or the structure of seed and the germination process. I hope it will be helpful for you all. If you like my videos, please like and share to your friends and the classmates. If you want to watch my previous videos, the links are given in the description box. And if you want to watch my new upcoming videos, then subscribe my channel, that is Reshma Science Classes, and press the bell icon to get the notification. Okay, till then, thank you and bye bye.